afternoon, when my landlord comes to town, he lives in San Antonio, and I'm not good at a lot of this new stuff. Uh, he had set up a bank account, and he gives you a routing, I think he said a routing number, and you go and you take that, your rent in to the bank, and the bank will take it and give you a routing number, and then you text it to him with your name and address, so he'll know which house it is. That's too much for me. And all that other stuff, that's just too much. So what he did was he just comes to the house when he comes to town, and he can give him the rent, gives him a receipt, which is old school ways, but it works for me. And he came yesterday, and he said that he said, "Bona, I sure hate to tell you." He said, "But I'm gonna sell the house. I got a buyer." He said, "And if you can, I'll give you till the end of February to move." And I said, "Okay, all right. I'm glad you're giving me that much time." And so we talked, and I go in the house, and I sit in, and I thought, "Oh my Lord, what am I saying? I'm okay with the moving." And I look at my house, and I think, "Oh Lord, how am I going to do this?" You got to pack, got to get rid of stuff, and you got to go through things. And my whole family calls me a pack rat. But when they need something, I got it. I don't care what it is. I can go to a garage sale, I'll find something I don't even need, but eventually somebody's going to need it, and I got it. So I got to go through all that. And while I was sitting there, I kind of chuckled to myself. I said, "Lord, did Noah feel like this when you told him to build the ark?" Did he feel like that and say, "Lord, what did I get myself into?" Bible don't say how he felt, but he did it. He did it perfect, right down to the nail. And everybody was packed in, right down to the bugs. And then I thought about Moses. Moses had a mission. What did he think? Well, of course we know what he thought. He didn't want to do it. He had probably every excuse. He said, "I can't even talk." Now, when I read that, I thought that was the dumbest excuse for Noah to give God, that he can't talk. Noah was raised in the house of Pharaoh. If anybody, Moses should have been the very one to know how to talk to Pharaoh, because he was in there from the time he was born. And he used that excuse with God. My speech isn't that good. So he said, "Your brother Aaron will go, and he'll be with you." Whether he was afraid to go to Pharaoh by himself, or for reals he couldn't talk, but he had excuses. And them excuses just didn't go with the Lord, because he said, "Well, you can take your brother Aaron with you, and he'll go with you to Pharaoh." Now, if you're born in the house and you got to go talk to Daddy, you either have to face up and fess up, or you get somebody to go with you. And that's what Moses did. But Moses did what God told him to do. And once he got started, I don't think he realized the job that God had him to do, because he has to lead a group of people. And a group of people are hard to work with, even in a church. You got complainers, you got lazy ones, you got bossy ones, and I'm one of them. I'm bossy. But I tell my kids I earned it. I'm an elder. Yep. And I earned it because I know more than what you know. And what I know at your age, I've seen it, I've done it, I've been there.